Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zach Shit, and I have a quick tutorial for you guys today. It's just gonna be on using dip pens to ink. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Alright, so first of all, let me show you what tool I'm using. So this, I believe, is like a speedball holder, just for the nibs. And the nib I'm using, a lot of other artists use this too, so I tried it out and I thought it was quite good. It's the Hunt 102 nib. So let me see if I can get a close up over here. So that's the nib over here. And what happens is you just place it right in here and you're good to go. It's kind of hard taking it back out. Might just want to grab a paper towel and take it out like that, but you probably shouldn't have to take it out a lot unless you're trying to switch between nibs. And I tried other nibs before and I think this one's more precise, and yeah, I just like it better. So the ink I'm using is this Speedball Super Black India ink, yeah. Um, I think it's pretty good. I also heard the Higgins Black Magic is pretty good too, and yeah, you just unscrew it like that, and you have your ink right there. So what you want to do with your pen is you want to dip it in so that let me give you a closer look. So you can see right over here there's kind of a little hole. You want to dip the ink so that it goes over this hole, like right around there. So I'll dip it in for you guys. You guys can also use a dropper if you want, but let's see, I dipped it a little too much, but you can see how it covers the hole and you're pretty much good to go. So when I'm inking, the first few strokes I'll probably do on the side to make sure there's not too much ink, so those are just for testing. And alright, so now I can kind of show you guys the different things you can do with this. So usually what you want to do is you want to hold your inking pen so that the flat side is facing kind of upwards. So just go like this. And these pens are nice because you can vary the lines. So if you press harder, the tip opens up more and you can kind of have thicker lines. You can have very thick lines, or if you don't press down at all, you'll have very thin lines like that. Alright, so now I can show you guys some other techniques for this. So you already know it. Oh, that's a little too much ink, but alright. You already know that if you press down harder, the line's thicker, and if you don't really press down, the line is much thinner. So if you want thick to thin lines, there are a few methods. The first method is you start out gently pressing. Alright, gently pressing, and then you go thicker as you move down. So that creates a thick to thin line, or thin to thick. And the other one is less controlled, but you can get a pretty even line. So you start out thick and then do that. And as you can see over here, I probably should have tested it before I brought it down, because when I don't kind of test it on the side to make sure there's too much ink, some drops will start to form at the bottom. So that was my bad. But you can see how you can press at the beginning and then you can go up quickly like that. And I'm running out of ink, so I'm just gonna dip it again. Alright, and this time I'll test it on the side of it. So alright, let's try the thin to thick one again. So start out thin and then you go thick like that. You can kind of vary your lines too, just like that. So let's try something else. Another useful thing to know how to do is how to do the diamond shapes. So what you do for that is pretty much you start out thin, you go to thick, and then you flick your wrist up. Like that. So you create kind of diamond shapes, and that gives it a nice look. And let's say you were drawing something like this. I'll just do this for example. Let me zoom up real quick. So you can see how there aren't any line weights to this, and it looks very flat. So let me teach you guys a quick trick. Let me just get more ink on my pen. Okay, so I know that this shape right here is behind this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'll start out going like this. And then this one's gonna be thicker. So thick, kind of like that. Oops, messed up a bit there, but you want this line much thicker, and kind of go like that. That wasn't the best example, so I'll show you guys again. If you want something behind, you can always vary your lines. So yeah, something like that, and then I think that's a much better example. And then you can always switch up your lines a bit. So let's see that. So you can see there's a lot of variation in my lines, and to get good at this, you really just gotta play around with it a lot. I know I probably haven't played enough, but yeah, I've been using this for a while, and yeah, it's quite fun to play with. Doesn't take much thought and effort, just play around with it and see what you like. Yeah, so when you're inking things, definitely use the line weights. It gives it much more of a believable look, and it makes it stand out a lot more. So yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So if you guys liked it, make sure you comment and subscribe. As I said before, I will have videos up every Monday, and this is just one of the little tutorials that I'm posting up throughout the week. So make sure you're there Monday, and yeah, I'll see you then.